Hello Virgo, my name is Echo and thank you for joining me for your June 2025 tarot reading. Before we begin, I'd like to let you know that we do have a new moon in Gemini at this time. So now is the time to open yourself up to new forms of communication, what kind of thoughts you have going inward that can be brought out to society, and how we work with our community as a whole. We did just let go of things to move into this new moon energy as this is what new moons are all about. So set your intentions on what it is you want to create. I would just want to go ahead and throw some cards for you now with this new reading that I have going out. We're going to start with our Oracle deck. Here we go. You have the card of Peace. I am unwavering in the face of fear. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. I am determined to think with gentleness and calm. I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. So Virgos, we have been through some stuff in recent months, and I am a Virgo myself, so I'm speaking from experience here. But we have been through some stuff that has had us healing from past hurts and then having to go inward and actually readdress the way we heal. As Virgos, we tend to look after those around us and be the one with solutions to problems A, B, and C. We are typically the person who has a plan and then a backup plan for that plan and probably another plan in the works. However, Virgo, we do have a tendency to look after other people and be the person always looking to fix things, to the tendency where we may even actually go into a detrimental vibration ourselves and get a little bit flustered. Stopping to look after ourselves, not really being on our radar. The card of Peace is encouraging you at this time to be unwavering in the face of fear. So when things do get a little fearful, not only for other people's, but for ourselves, remember that the strength you provide for others, you can also provide for yourself at this time. Let's go ahead and continue this reading and see what the tarot has to say. You have the King of Swords, the Seven of Wands reversed, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, how interesting to get both the King and the Queen, but we'll take it. So the King of Swords is all about a new understanding. The King of Swords is a very wise king. You could say he is almost like King Arthur. The story of King Arthur was where he was going through in his youth, journeying and traveling with the great wizard Merlin. He learned many life lessons about how he was going to overcome evil, and he was going to be the one who would draw the sword Excalibur from the stone. So this would be the king you could equate to King Arthur when he is later on crowned king and in his prime. He is wise. He has gone the distance. He has gone through the journeys. Virgo, you have been through some things, okay? Not just these past few months, but like just the past year or two. Like I said, I'm a Virgo. We've all been going through some stuff. There was during the pandemic, etc., etc. But you at that time were going through trying to fix things in what was a very broken society, a very broken cycle that we all kind of had to come through, right? And in these past few months, that same energy may have been coming back to you, not in the same form or the same modality, but you are seeing where a lot of that brokenness has lingered and you're going back and you're fixing that. So you're feeling a lot of what you've been going through, and you have the wisdom and you have the knowledge because you have come so far. I feel like Virgos are taking a lot to heart at this time, more so than other signs in certain areas of life. Not as a whole, because we all have the ability to retain lessons, my dear Virgo, but you this month are taking from the lessons of what was broken in the past, not just for those around you, but for yourself as well. When we are part of a society, Virgo, we do tend to look after others, but we have to remember that that society is also a part of us. We tend to take on the wounds of other people. We tend to look to heal and fix, but we have to remember to do the healing and the fixing for ourselves as well. So at this time, you have gained an understanding that that which you put into other people, you are also capable of doing for yourself in the month of June. The Seven of Wands in reverse says you have been giving ground on something. The individual in the Seven of Wands is not just standing their ground, but like fighting back, okay? You've been backed into a corner, you've been through some stuff, and you've had to give up your passion in some way, shape, or form. And now you're being aware of where maybe you have given up your passion in the past, and you're being called to stand up for it again. It's been a losing battle for you, as indicated by this card in reverse. Where have your passions been maybe swept by the wayside so you could take care of other people? Where are you maybe feeling apathetic about what once used to call to you? Where is that individual who used to look up at the stars and daydream about all the wonderful things they could create? Where is this individual who led and listened to their heart, led with their heart on the daily basis? You're being called back almost like an old friend from out of the blue. Like a part of you from the past is calling back and telling you to fight for that passion. Where you've been backed into a corner for so long, you're now being encouraged to come out of that corner and lead with passion in the month of June. There has been a lot of passionate energy and a lot of fire kicking up. But I feel like for you, this mental spark that has been put to work for so many other people is now being called, Virgo, to recall your peace, recall your gentleness as seen with the peace card, so you can have that energy gathered back to source, calling all of your energy back to yourself so you can create something that is serving for yourself at this time, because you cannot fill cups from an empty pitcher, my dear Virgo, meaning you cannot heal for other people going forward in the way you always have. Now is the time to call your creative energy and your passion back to the self. The Queen of Swords is the counterpart to the King. She is not only wise in her way, having gone through all of this, she sits upon the cliff, being able to look out upon the kingdom below her. She is a very approachable queen. She is a very wise queen. But if you'll notice, the King of Swords sits in the forest, where anyone who is roaming, who is wandering, you may have heard the expression about not all those who wander are lost. Okay, I believe that was written by a famous author whose name I won't mention. If you know the phrase, you know who they are. But this is to say that those who are wandering will find the wisdom where it is needed. They will stumble across this wise king, and he will happily give that knowledge to those who come looking, to those who are seeking. The Queen of Swords is very strong and very compassionate, and she sits higher up, away from the depths of the forest where people are wander, up on the edge of the cliff, where people who were raising their eyes to the heavens, raising their eyes to the mighty cliffs, will see her sitting. And she comes with an open hand, inviting, an invitation, accepting of anybody who would come, and any knowledge that would go on top of the knowledge she already has to gain wisdom and a higher being. She has this bundle of lavender in her lap, saying that I come with greater healing. I accept healing to myself, and I'm willing to give that healing to any who would look up and come and find me. But the clouds above her head are clearing in this picture, and the blue sky indicates that you are becoming of right mind, of sound mind, and finding this peace, gathering from the wisdom. It says, I find inner silence and welcome a manifestation of peace. This is absolutely you, with the gentleness and the calm that the peace card indicates. You are clear of mind for others, and now you are ready to take that clarity and that wisdom and apply it to your own life in the month of June, Virgo. So I have a new deck that I'm bringing out, and this is more a yes, no, kind of an 8-ball energy, okay? Readdress, find more answers, etc., etc. So if you have a question in mind that you would like answered for the month of June, Virgo, I'm going to do a shuffle. Go ahead and take that question in your mind while I shuffle, and we will answer it shortly. All right, here we go. Take your question in your mind, and here we are. The answer is, you're going in the right direction. We were talking about this reading, bringing great wisdom to a situation to reignite that passion for what it is you would like to create, Virgo. And I feel like this is very much you. This is very much the energy you are bringing to the reading. So I love this reading for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm wishing you a very blessed June. My name is Echo, and I'll see you next time.